Good evening and welcome to this session. So once you come in, I would like you to drop a comment and let me know if you can hear me. Then also comment where you're watching from. I'm going to give a few minutes for that. I'm going to give a few minutes for that. Introduce yourself with comments and then let me know where you're viewing from. Welcome, Gloria. Welcome, Gloria. So we're going to go ahead and kick off this conversation. And I'm basically doing this because I know a lot of people are going to benefit from this conversation. Um, from what I have to share tonight, a lot of people are going to benefit from it. So, we'll be discussing financial intelligence, and I am hoping that by the end of this call, one is that you'll pick up new financial habits and new knowledge and mindset about wealth and money, and also you would kick away some financial habits that are not really serving you. I just received a call from from my dad. That was why the call kind the live session kind of took a break. But I'm back now. And as I was saying, if you get to this point, as long as you're here, introduce yourself. Let me know where you are viewing from. I've seen Gloria from Lagos. Awoniran, I've seen you from Abuja. Abuja. We should definitely meet up one of these days. Definitely, we should meet up. Um, Mesoma, I see you. Victor, you're welcome. Chinyere Uzo, you're welcome. So, like I was saying, the the goal of this is to help you eliminate certain habits, certain money habits that are not serving you, and then pick up new habits that are going to, transform your finances. And I'm going to give a disclaimer here. I'm not coming here to give you any financial advice from a financial advisor point of view. I'm going to tell you what has worked for me over time, and I'm going to tell you this in your best interest. However, the responsibility greatly lies on you to do your research and find out what exactly works best for you. Okay, so I would like to say this. A lot of times I've come to realize that, um, for many people, the reason why they end up poor is not because they don't work hard, right? It's not because they don't work hard, and it's definitely not because they don't save. I've seen a lot of hardworking people who end up broke, right? And I've also seen you know, a lot of people who are savers, literally eating like ants and saving like elephants. Yet, even their elephant is small as an ant compared to, the rising burden of expenses that they have to deal with. Okay, so um this is more about you finding out what you need to be doing part time, what you need to be doing, the changes that you need to be making in your finances part time. And I'm going to try as much as possible to keep this, to break it down and narrate it in line with the Nigerian atmosphere, with the scope of the Nigerian economy, what we are currently going through. Obviously, it does not mean that if you are in another country currently that you wouldn't benefit from what I'm saying. But I know the majority of people who are going to be logging in tonight and watching this are Nigerians, right? Or living in Nigeria. And there's just a lot that you need to know. Just a lot. Okay. Along the line, I'll be sharing very, very, very controversial statements. I mean, very controversial ideas. Um, and I don't want you to respond with I don't want you to respond with a closed mind. Okay, so anything I'm saying, it's also okay if you do not agree entirely. However, you can ponder on it for a while. You can ponder on it and check if there's an atom of truth in that. Okay, you can. Now, the what is happening to us currently is something that many of us did not anticipate or prepare for, right? So all of a sudden you are seeing electric units, electric bills just increased in a twinkle of an eye. Fuel price increase, transportation cost increase, cost of food in the market increase. Now, a lot of people know well about national inflation rate, right? A lot of people know about national inflation, the inflation rate in Nigeria, food inflation, inflation on products, lifestyle inflation, transportation cost inflation, and all that. But a lot of people do not care to actually go ahead to calculate personal inflation rate. Okay, so what I'm driving at right now is the fact that the inflation rate of your country could be 36%, but your own personal inflation rate could be like 60%, because you are going to be considering all of the things that you make use of daily and what is happening to the costs of those things. Okay, you are going to be considering you eat food Food is increasing, you take transport cost is increasing, and everything is just going high and high and high. So you need to calculate the effect that has on your personal economy. So you may be shocked to find out that your own personal inflation rate is way higher than usual. That is to say, other people's survival mechanisms may not work for you. Other people's path of survival may not work for you. Okay? So we may be in the same country, we may be in the same state, we may be even in the same compound, right? We are paying the same house rent, we are working in the same place and receiving the same salary. But I am not married, I don't have children to take care of, I don't have children to pay their school fees. Um, I'm not buying baby milk. So many things, right? But you, if you start checking all the things that you do, all the things that you need money for, that you need to spend money on, your children's school fees, I mean, all their food, everything. If you start calculating all those things, you realize that you are not on the same scale with every other person. You are not. Okay. So, Florence Ukamaka Ojika, the tool I use for this audio live, it's StreamYard. It's StreamYard. So I can actually do both audio and video. I chose to do audio. I've not been I've not been feeling too strong lately, so I don't even know how my face will look on video. But I wanted to turn on my video, but I'll do that later. So it's StreamYard. I just turned off my camera. So like I was saying, now that we have understood all this, right, knowing that your own personal responsibility may differ from that of other people, it means that you need a unique strategy for yourself. Okay. So what is financial intelligence? This session is basically going to be about understanding financial intelligence, the what, why, and how. Okay. Even you don't need to be a financial consultant to be financially intelligent. You don't need to go to Harvard School of Finance or whatever to be financially intelligent, to be a smart decision maker when it comes to your finances. You need to be able to rule your own finance. Okay. You need to be able to call the shots when it comes to your finance. There are some things you shouldn't be doing anymore. To me tonight, after listening to this tonight, there are some things you're not permitted to be doing anymore. Okay. So it's not tomorrow somebody come and tell you, I need money for this, please, I have not filled my gas, please, this has happened, please, this one has happened, and you are giving out of emotion. A lot of people would technically blackmail you into giving, and it happens everywhere. People get blackmailed, people get emotionally blackmailed and manipulated into giving, whether it's by friends or family, or even in churches, or any religious setting, mosque or church, wherever, you know, where you have to be compelled, manipulated, you know, the scriptures get twisted just to make you give your money, right? Now you tend to forget one thing. Most of us, we tend to forget is we end up feeling guilty for not, you know, if we are not heeding to that manipulation, right? But one thing that we tend to forget is nobody is coming to save us. Like, nobody is coming to ask for your own needs to solve it by default. Nobody is coming to do that for you. Okay. And then you have a lot of needs. So you have a lot of places that your money is going to. You are paying fees, you are paying bills, you are paying electricity bill, you are buying gas, you are buying fuel, you are you are, spending money on transport to go to work. You are doing so much. Now, the problem is sometimes when money just comes, you feel like you have because you see it in your account balance, right? And then somebody from nowhere bumps into you and starts asking for the money. Oh, I need money for this, I need money for that. And you, out of the emotions welling up, you feel like, okay, I should help. I feel obligated to help because I have more than this person, right? And you end up putting your hand into your savings or discomforting yourself, disrupting your personal economy just so that you can do something to suit other people. Okay? So I just want us to understand some technicalities when it comes to financial management, some very important secrets and tips so that you can aggressively guard your finance. Another mistake that I'm already going into the tips, I'm already going quickly into the tips, and some of these things are out of script, so I do not want to forget them. Another mistake a lot of people make is not guarding, not securing their finances. So you see somebody who would save and save and save and save, and after saving 2 million naira, one network marketing company will come and say, oh, join our team, promo package, five-star package, grand villa package, pay 2 million naira, and you'll be earning 2 million monthly for the rest of your life. And you don't ask question, you go and do, and it closes up. Or one any investment that seems too good to be true is actually too good to be true. It's a lot of times that we do not understand these things, that because we don't understand, we find it hard to protect our funds. This is so serious. Don't let yourself get scammed even after making all the money that you want to make. Don't allow yourself to get scammed. It can ruin your finances. It can literally change everything for you. So I've heard stories, I've heard from people. They went to do investments, they went to invest in something, and at the end of the day, it locked up, it closed up, folded, and they went back to square one, like back to zero. Can be painful, can be very painful. So please protect your finance, protect your funds. I don't know why I'm starting with this, and I don't know who needs to hear this. Protect your funds. Do never invest in what you do not understand. Never invest in anything you don't understand. Crypto, forex, whatever, even land. Don't be in a hurry, don't be under pressure. Oh, this land is doing this. You buy land. Once you buy this land, in the next 2 years, you have 2 million naira in your account. Last card, last everything. 2 million naira in your account. Somebody's showing you land of 1.5 million, and you want to go and buy just like that, and then you have 500k left. You've not paid your house rent, you've not settled bill, your school fees and everything. Now there's every probability that if you buy that land, it's going to get revoked by the government if you do not understand the legalities surrounding land acquisition. Okay, so that's one mistake a lot of young people are jumping into now. Oh, this one is happening, this is happening here, this land is going to increase, and people who market those things, they're not going to even pity you, right? So don't get overwhelmed by the excitement and then you go and make decisions in a hurry. Please don't. Get the right knowledge, ask the right questions. Whoever is even showing you anything to invest in should teach you the legal aspect of that investment. What are the risks involved? This land you want to go and buy, who and who are fighting for it? Okay, so there's a church fighting for the land, the government is about to revoke the land. That's the land you want to go and buy. No, please. Okay. Or they are telling you, oh, invest in this. There's this investment scheme. If you put 200,000, you'll be getting 50,000 monthly, until 10 years time, and you would have gotten maybe 48 million naira, and you are excited. You go and put your money, it closes the next day. That's how those things happen. You'll be paying everybody around you will be doing it, to be working. The day you put your money, to close the next day. Please be careful. Okay. So yes, if you come in, please introduce yourself. I am going to be bringing it up stage. I'm going to be bringing it up stage. Um, Thank you and welcome everyone who has joined. Okay, so Chinyere Uzo is a clinical psychologist committed to helping people to think right and redesign their lives. Amazing. Okay, Mary Eneka is an elementary teacher and child counselor, helps learners to master concepts, build confidence, and apply it. Also helps guides learners to find their path and attain balance in life. Amazing. So if you're here, you can also introduce yourself. Okay, if I see it, I'll pull it on this screen and I'll read it out. Okay, because I believe this is a small world. Someone might see you and want to partner with you, want to collaborate with you, want to be friends with you, want to buy your course or anything. So please feel free to tell us what you do. Okay, and I'll pull that up. Now, I hope it's making sense. I hope it's making sense. Who is with me tonight? We've not started the main conversation. It's about to get hotter. Who's with me tonight? I want to know if you are following. So don't, don't. What, I don't know the grammar I want to speak now. I almost said don't standardize me, but don't leave me stranded. Good. Victor says it's making sense. Awaniro says it's making sense. Well done. Well done. So, what is financial intelligence? Financial intelligence is a unique frame of knowledge and wisdom that helps you rule your financial life. The ability to make, manage, multiply, and protect your money. Make, manage, multiply, protect your funds, your income, your money, your cash flow, whatever. Everything that has to do with money. Okay? So if you only know how to make money, but you do not know how to manage, you run into trouble. If you only know how to make and manage money, but then you don't know how to multiply the money that you are making, you also run into trouble, right? And then even after making all the money and managing all the money, if you don't know how to protect your money, you also run into trouble. Now, now let me tell you one thing about protecting money. It's not just about security. It's not just about financial security in terms of, oh, not getting scammed, putting your money in the bank or whatever. Okay, it's also about protecting your money from inflation and devaluation, currency devaluation. Okay, protecting your money from devaluation. Okay, so good. Now back to the uh, back to what I was saying earlier. Making, managing, multiplying. So you see that this is like a sequence, right? It begins with knowing that you can actually make more, right? Making that more, making money. It doesn't stop at making money, learning how to manage the money, creating a web that retains your wealth, right? Managing the money and then multiplying. So we are moving not just from acquisition and storage, but to multiplication and leverage. So what can I leverage on to actually multiply the money that I am making matters so much, so much. Okay. So so after all that, how am I retaining it? How am I storing? How am I securing? How am I protecting my funds? Now, number one. So now I want to take us through a blueprint, and through this conversation, it may be about 10 or 9 or more. Okay, I've already mentioned two, and that is protecting your funds. And which other thing did I even mention? I've forgotten. I've forgotten what I mentioned, but those ones came to my head while I was starting, so I had to just push them out so I don't forget. But please protect your fund, protect your monies. Okay, protect your money so that people will not snatch it from you. Don't do any greedy game. Don't do any greedy investment. Oh, if I put this amount, I'll get this amount. And you don't understand how it works. You don't exactly know how it works. It's just that somebody said that this thing is working. Ah, it worked for my brother. Ah, it worked for my sister. Ah, my mother is doing it. They don't pay her. They don't pay them cash out. You are cash. When you hear all those things, just be careful. Be careful. Be very careful. And the truth of the matter is, there's something people do not understand. See, there's some businesses that you will do that can pay you and sell your reputation. There are some deals you can do that will pay you and sell off your reputation. All these put 2K to get 10K, put 10K to get 20K and all that. You know, the funny thing is, when you are eagerly doing those things, putting your energy, your time, your money behind, I mean, your time, your voice, your reputation behind it, um, you may actually get paid. That's the truth. Especially when you're an early adopter, you have first timer advantage. You may actually get paid at the end of the day. But that thing that you are promoting, you know fully well that this thing is going to crash. Okay? You know it's going to crash. And when it crashes, do you know what will be running in the mind of the people that you lured into it? Do you know? So automatically you just sold your reputation for a few words of cash that will still finish. So please be careful with all those things, right? So let me go back to one. So we are starting from one now. Maybe those first two I mentioned, you add them as number, as the last two numbers. I don't know. But like let's go over the whole thing because I want to give us a proper ground to start this conversation. Okay? And the first one is mindset. Acquiring a new mindset about wealth, shifting your mindset when it comes to wealth creation, beginning to think not from a scarcity perspective, but from a realm of abundance. Because one of the reasons I've noticed a lot of people are poor is that they don't believe they can create wealth.
They see wealth as a limited resource in the world. So money is limited. So only a few people have access to the most money. That's the way they see it. So those few people cannot release it to us. So let's just manage the one we get. A very defeatist, a very limited, and a very poor way to think about wealth and money. The right way to think about it is to understand that this world is full of problems, and problems are equal to reward. If you solve big problems, you get big rewards. If you want to make money, identify problems that can vomit money, solve those problems, and you will definitely make money. Therefore, since there are a lot of problems in the world that require solution, you can position yourself to solve many problems and make a lot of money from the services that you render. Okay? It begins from the mind. Growing up, a lot of us received bad wealth indoctrination. We were indoctrinated into the school of poverty and baptized by poverty itself. So you want to go get money to change your sandals, you meet your parents and they're like, do you think money grows on trees? Wear it like that, nobody's going to notice it. Do you think your father is a rich man? You think your father is Dangote? All sorts of things. You probably got evicted from class. If you are listening to me here right now, maybe you had that experience. Maybe you got evicted from class for not paying school fees on time. Maybe you were outside gisting with a few other friends who couldn't afford school fees. I mean, who their parents couldn't afford to pay the school fees on time. So you were outside gisting while some of your classmates were inside writing examination. Maybe you had those experiences and they scarred your memory. You may not know. A lot of us are actually suffering post-traumatic poverty disorder. Poverty held our neck and pressed it very well, squeezed it, tied it, and drew the knot, drew it, and you know, it did us dirty, right? So now, growing up, the way you now view money is from a limited angle, a limited perspective. And again, because you all we have known about money is that money is difficult to make. You must sweat to make money, and then money comes only after 30 days. That's also another terrible indoctrination that we received about wealth. What makes you think that you can't get paid every day? What makes you think that you can't get paid beyond what you are earning as salary? What makes you think that somebody can actually tell you what you are worth, and they peg a price on that worth, and that price remains like that for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years before maybe an adjustment will come randomly? What makes you think that you don't deserve even better? Come to think of it, in fact, even the path to the acquisition of wealth or money, what makes you think you need to go to school for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, go do an internship somewhere, start looking for a job, do whatever, look for job again, apply here, apply here, beg people? What makes you think that you have to go through all that rigors, all that journey to eventually get some money? So you see, a lot of our relationship with money is scarred, it's wounded. Okay, wounded. We are like wounded soldiers lost in that journey. Averam Joy, passionate about creating and creativity, a teacher in the morning and a visual artist when when she's not teaching. Wonderful. Good. I love this. Learning how to make, manage, multiply, and protect your money. Good. Good. Hadiza helps females feel and look beautiful with unique outfits and also a pattern maker, graphic graphics, video designs, accessories, and more. Wellness inspired, inclusive. Good. You didn't tell us where you are, or Hadiza. You didn't tell us where you are located. Just in case somebody wants to book your service, they should be able to find you. Okay. Kemi Lois. Kemi Lois, you're welcome. You're welcome. Happy to have you here. Kemi Lois is indeed a catalyst to the becoming of others in purpose through self development and productivity. Powerful, absolutely, absolutely powerful. Located in Abuja, Nigeria. I almost said Abuja. Okay, so good to have you here. Good to have you here, Kemi. Good to have you here. So, like I was saying, um, okay, back to what I was saying about mindset, right? We're still talking about mindset. Okay, so you need to shift from the limited, scarce to abundant. Start thinking abundance. Start thinking there's a lot of money in the world, and a lot of that money deserves to go to me. I mean, I deserve to own a lot of that money. Even the money deserves to come to me because I am the right person to use the money well. So why should it go to somebody that will waste it or use it for evil? The money should come to me. Okay? So you should start thinking of how you can create more value from where you are. Money will flow your direction, but only if you work to attract it by adding value. Okay? Number two, acquire the right information about money. Get the right knowledge about money. Get the right knowledge about money. Understand how it moves, understand how it flows, understand reward systems, understand you know what is happening, currency metrics, what is happening in different parts of the world in terms of currency valuation. Just try and keep your head in the game. Understand how to track your income and your expenses. A lot of times, even as a lot of young people make the mistake of not tracking what they are spending on. So before you know what's happening, you realize, okay, I'm spending this amount on data, spending this amount on food because I eat out, I spend this amount on transport. I don't, by the time you start looking at all those things, you find out that you are actually making a lot of money. A lot of money is passing through you, but you're not retaining much of it because you're not tracking. So understand how money moves through you to you, and also globally, generally, how does money work? Read books about money, take courses about money, you know, on money management, on financial management, budgeting, things like that. Okay, so sometimes, right, what it takes for you to actually start managing your money better is just to know where it's going. It's just to take an inventory or print your bank statement and see the amount of money that has come to you, that has passed through that account in a month, in a year. Then you may want to sit down and advise yourself. Okay? So, number three, I'll say learn to budget things. Learn to budget. Okay? Learn to budget. Decide how much percentage of your income you want to be going to different things. Okay? There are essential services or essential expenses that you need to be making. right? Those essential expenses, they need to be budgeted. You need to plan. Oh, whenever you receive money, this amount is going to this account, this amount is going here, this amount is going to emergency account, emergency savings account, right? So you need to be able to budget your expenses. The truth of the matter is, when I say this, some people may think that I have a rigid, oh, I do 20% to here, 10% to here. That one is you. Now you know better. Okay. If you decide that you're going to be saving most of the money, that's fine, right? If you decide that you're going to be saving some of the money, that's also fine. So you save some of the money and pull out some of the money for investment. Now, this is how it works. This is how it works. Um, I'll call it a money wheel, right? Um, I would have loved to draw this on my whiteboard, but I'll explain this. I'll explain it. On a good day, I'll do a more extensive diagram. I'll do that whole short diagram and I'll share. But basically, when you receive money, right? When you do work and you receive money, and that money is sweat money. So money from your salary, I consider it sweat money. Okay. Or you there's something that you do that consistently brings you money, but that thing that you do is difficult. Not necessarily difficult, but it takes your time, it takes your energy. So at that point where you're still trading time for money, right? Sitting in the office, doing one work or the other that brings you money in trickles, right? um when the money comes in, it's not for direct spending. This is something that you have to know first. It's part of you being an intelligent user of your own finances. So when the money comes in, it's not for spending. Sweat money is not for spending. Okay. Your salary is not for you to go and start buying new shoe, buying new clothes, buying new this or that. No. The only thing you are permitted to buy with your sweat money is something that will give you leverage. You are only permitted to use it to spend it on things that will give you leverage. And I don't mean long distance, I don't mean futuristic something, I mean leverage now. So, for example, if out of my money, my salary, I set out some funds and I use that funds to invest in advertising my products, right? Paying celebrities or paying Facebook to run ads and all that, that still makes a lot of sense, right? Than just using it to go and buy shoe or buy clothes. But how you even approach expenses matter. If you are buying something just because you want to belong, you are buying an iPhone because you want to belong, it's silly. But if you're buying the iPhone because you know that if you buy this, it's going to improve your media appearance, your media appeal. And by improving it, it will be easier for you to convince people to buy what you are selling. By buying an iPhone, you can, you have an upgraded camera quality. So you can take good images of the products that you are selling for marketing, right? So that is a form of leverage, and it has to be justifiable. It's not that you now buy and start telling yourself, okay, I bought this because it is going to improve improve whatever, and after 1 year nothing has improved. It has to be justifiable. Okay. So find out what you spend most of your money on and then learn to budget appropriately. So let's say you spend most of your money on rent, food, transport. You can allocate majority of your finances to that part. So right now for a lot of people it's like electricity, electricity, fuel for those who have generators and cars, and what is it called? Road transport, right? By the time you calculate all those things, do every calculation. It sit down one day with yourself, just do all these calculations, project how much do I spend on data, how much do I spend on transport daily, then monthly, how much do I spend on this, how much do I spend on that. Then when you are done calculating everything, Ask yourself, how much is my monthly income? What is my salary? What is coming in every month? Then do the minus and plus, subtract. Sometimes you'll find out that you are running into debt by depending on your salary. So let's say, for example, total of what you calculate is like 180,000 naira, and your salary is 170,000 naira, right? But somehow, God provides that thing that is remaining. But then, because you do not know that you are actually running deficit, somebody comes to you on the day they pay your salary and says, "Oh, I need this, I need that. Please, my son has not done this. I uprooted my teeth, and now the teeth is complaining, the uprooted teeth is complaining that it is not feeling too well, it is feeling marginalized, and I need money to, take it for therapy." I'm just saying random funny things that you can be hearing. People will bring all sorts of problems your way. So because you feel like, oh, this money is big in my account, it's looking big because you've not been seeing, you're not used to seeing that amount regularly. Again, societal indoctrination, or let me say poverty indoctrination, right? But if you actually know what you are spending your money on, and you know how to budget and allocate funds for those things, when people now come to you, it's okay to even plan money for charity, like to have an account by the side that you say, okay, this account is just for charity, or this certain amount is for charity. So that charity box, if you are giving to people on the road or anything, is from the charity box that you are giving. Fine and good. When people call you and they have needs, it's from the charity box that you are giving. Immediately the charity box exhausts. Immediately that window of charity exhausts. Anybody that is coming to you, except you are expressly led, anyone that is now coming to you to say, oh, my grandmother swallowed hot coal from Enugu, my grandfather swallowed swimming pool, and my auntie swallowed broom and mop stick at the same time. Anybody that is coming to say anything like that, you are letting them know that, look, I have run out of disposable income for now. That's how I speak the grammar. Oh. Because at some point I realized that my weakness became a loophole that almost sunk me financially. That emotional weakness. Oh, I want to be everybody's friend. I want to be giving. I want to be, letting know that somebody asked me and I didn't give. No. And I gave to a point I ran into debt. I needed money for something urgently. I was stranded. I called, they started calling the people owing me. Some of them blocked me, some of them did not respond. Some of them, while I called them to ask for the one they borrowed, on the call, they were trying to borrow another one. I was like, what is this? Kedu Hall, what is it? I ran into debt. I mean, someone, people, hey God, people are actually, let me even announce it to you right now. Those people who are owing you right now, they may not pay you. Just accept it, embrace it, move on with your life. If you have to move on, embrace it. Those people who are owing you, if you like, continue lending more people money. Gather more people in your village, gather all of them, lend them money. They won't pay you back. Oh. They won't pay you back. So I learned my lessons the hard way, right? I learned to stop doing Father Christmas with my money, because when I eventually need it back, it's not going to come back just like that. People will make you all sorts of promises. They will come to you with crying faces, weeping faces, to borrow money. When it's time to pay back, you turn to devils. Scary stuff. Okay? So budget, and once the money that you have for charity, if it's 5K that you plan for monthly charity, fine. When the 5K finishes, when somebody comes, you tell them, I'm sorry, I've run out of disposable income. I can do any other thing. I can wish you well. I can pray for you if you want to. I can do any other thing, but I have run out of. What do you want me to do? I should give you a portion of my child's school fees. Like, be audible, let's talk as man to man. Maybe I should withdraw my rent and give you so that you'll be happy. That's not how it works. Okay? So open your eyes. Open your eyes to your own personal budget. Know how much you are spending. Gather them together. Then Other things like minor expenses, data subscription, leisure, some basic things that you need to be using. You can still budget another amount, let's say 30% of your income, to sort out those needs, right? And then you can save 10% if you want to, or 20%, as the case may be, or more. But this is one thing I want you to realize. uh, a lot of people will advise you to save more, right? To save, 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 save. But please ensure that you are not over saving. And I'll give you a reason for that. The currency is dying. The currency is dying. So the money that you are saving, a lot of people that had saved, let's say, 2 million naira in their accounts, and 2 million naira was in that account in 2020. Trust me, if that 2 million naira how this grammar that I want to speak that is not entering well. Wow, some grammar to do. So if the 2 million naira has been in the account since 2020, I can bet you that 2 million in 2020 now in the same form will not mean the same thing. So that 2 million naira in 2020 that you've been saving right now, the value tantamount to a global scale and the grand scheme of things in the economy in Nigeria, that 2 million naira in 2020 means like 1.2 million naira right now, if not less. So, what should you do? I'll tell you along the line while we're having this conversation. Okay? So, saving is very important, right? Saving is very important. Have emergency funds, protect yourself against uncertainty. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why you need to save. If you need to save, this is why. Because opportunities will come up. This is number four now. Opportunities will come up that require you to make certain sudden decisions with money or about money. Okay? Quick decisions that involve money. Somebody will call you. Oh, Chidima, I noticed that. Oh, there's no Chidima here. Let me look for a name that. Okay, somebody will call you and say, "Oh, Kemi, there's land somewhere. You know, there's land somewhere in Gosa, or land somewhere in Karmajiji, or somewhere in what? Where am I going to use an example? Um, Gidawanka. There's this giveaway that they are doing, blah blah blah. There's this, discounted price of land. You can actually get a plot of land for 200,000, right? This is a good opportunity, and the government, they're planning to build something there. Now, you know that if you had that money, you would have gone for the opportunity. But if you are not saving for opportunities like that, they may never come to you. And when they come, you will jump over. Now, what happens is, at the end of the day, you end up regretting, because later, maybe 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, that same land that you would have bought for 200K, but because you did not have money, that same land has appreciated to 23 million in maybe 2 or 3 years. I'm just saying, it's not every time that you buy land it will appreciate like that. In fact, sometimes you buy the land, after a while the natural disaster will take the land from you, or government will revoke it, or one rich man will come and claim it, or one thing will shall happen. you know After all, people bought lands in Somalia, bought lands in Iraq, bought lands in Israel, right? So we can't be saying, how do I put it? We can't be just pushing the land thing and not telling people about the risks involved. So I'll just give you an example, right? So let's say the land you bought for 200K in 2 years appreciated to 2 million. That sounds more logical. So um, you may have decided at that point, okay, if you had like maybe 1 million, spare 1 million that you are not using to do anything, you can use the 1 million and buy 5 plots of land, right? And at the end of the day, maybe after 2 years, they became 2 million or 3 million. So like that's like 3 times 5. That's 15 million naira from 1 million naira. Imagine that kind of profit. But that was only possible because you were saving. Okay. Then in terms of emergencies, when you need something urgently, you need to attend to something urgently, maybe a health challenge, maybe anything, right? You need to be able to chook your hand somewhere, put your hand in one purse and bring out cash, bring out money that you've been saving. Okay. And then when you are saving too, you can take certain decisions. You can pay for certain things, maybe tools that you want to use, buy some products that you use for your business. Okay. So you should have account set out. Now, this is the way I did it at some point. I had an account that I don't touch. And this will also help you with people who are coming to pick your pocket and emotionally blackmail you into giving them, right? So I have an account that I don't touch. I don't have access to it. I don't have access to it. In fact, I have two accounts like that. Now, um, why I'm saying this is now I don't have the ATM card, right? But the account is functioning. Now, when people come to me to borrow money, I, what I think in my head is for me to actually give this person this money, I have to go to the bank and I have to go and stand in line. I have to go and stand in line for hours. Me, I'm not ready to do that too. Hey, I'm not ready to, even if you promise me you will carry me, you and who will stay in that bank. So like already there's a deterring factor that will keep me from actually doing that. So that's me protecting my funds from random people who are coming to ask me for money. Now, now, on the other hand, it is good though, but it's also not good because sometimes you lock your funds, and when opportunities come, or when you need to buy something, or when you need to invest in something, you now still have to go through you still have to go through all that protocol. Okay, you have to go through all that protocol. So but it's very important to have emergency funds, to have savings that you don't touch, to have somewhere that you're saving money that you don't touch. At least, even if the money is not so much, I mean, not so much money is going into that because that's also not good. It can cripple your finances when you are saving all your money in naira, just like that. Okay, now your first I'm not going to this call, I'm not going to talk about saving in another currency. I am very weary of telling people, oh, saving euros, saving pounds, saving dollars, saving this currency or that currency. No, I'm very weary. Why? Because anything can happen. You can start saving in dollars and all of a sudden there's a war that involves the United States and it crashes the dollar, and you lose almost all your money like that, and it may take a while to return. However, when it was it was at the peak of this election, when they announced the election results, that I started telling myself and telling people, look, dollar would most definitely get to 2000 before December. I said before the end of the year, dollar would get to 2000 naira. In my mind, and why was I saying that? Obviously, we know why I was saying that. I knew why I was saying that. There are some things I can't say here, but uh, uh, we know the situation of things, right? So it's almost like there's no guarantee that the currency of our motherland is going to get better anytime soon. But I'm not going to tell you to invest, buy dollar or anything like that. No, I'm not going to say that. Okay, because it can go either ways. It can go either ways. So do your research and do whatever you want to do with your money. Okay. Now, um, build an emergency fund. Build an emergency fund so that any essential expense that you need to cover within a short period of time, you are not afraid of, not being able to meet up with that. Okay. If you want to save in other currencies, fine, go ahead. There are options available to save in other currencies. But then you also have to be careful that you are not using just all of your money, right? At least you have some money in another currency, in, I mean, your own currency, your own naira. You have some money, just in case anything happens, any price fluctuation, you can test it, you can harbor it, right, while waiting for recovery. Okay. And I find out that what some people do, which I've also fallen victim of, is you put money in a project, let's say a cryptocurrency project, for example, or you purchase dollar, for example, right? You you purchase it, and you are watching the price, and then all of a sudden the price starts becoming unfavorable. I mean, dollar rate starts to decrease against naira, so it seems like, oh, naira is improving. You rush immediately out of fear that dollar is crashing, and maybe news that you're reading online, and then you withdraw, you convert back to naira, and you go and sleep, just to wake up the next morning and realize that, dollar appreciated by extra 300 or 400 against the naira. And you are wondering, is there like somebody watching your life to monitor you when you are making decisions, so that they will manipulate the markets to go in the opposite direction, right? So um just trying to keep it as real as possible. Okay. Now, number 5, the next one: embrace multiple income streams, diversify your earnings. See, this is the bitter truth: your salary alone will not be enough. In most cases, it will never be enough. Inflation is rising. The cost of things are getting, I mean, incredibly high. And the naira is falling like London Bridge. The naira is continually falling. So please look left and right. Look for other opportunities. Look for things that can help you earn more, broaden your income, without having to depend on just one source. Because let me tell you, this is very logical. You check it now, everything is increasing. Tomato will increase, potato will increase, yam will increase, beans will increase, rice will increase, even gari will increase. Gone are the days when gari used to be poor man's food. Gari increases, everything is increasing, but then you go to work every day, working literally like a slave, and at the end of the day you are crying, my salary is not enough, nobody's listening to you. Like, nobody's listening to you, nobody's going to review your salary in the next 2 months. Should we bet it? Nobody's going to review it. Yeah, Hadiza Mohammed said emergency funds for coaching programs and group workshops. I love this. Set out funds that, if they are, sometimes people can say different things when it comes to investing in themselves. So you ask, okay, this program is this amount, it's 5K, it's 10K, 20K, 100K. They're like, no, I don't have money, I don't have money, I don't have money. They can literally buy every other thing except pay for coaching, and it's hurting their growth, right? It's very important to know what mean more to your life, what is adding more to your life, and then set out funds to cater for those things when the opportunity arises. Okay. Start a side hustle if you must. Start a side hustle. It's not even if you must, you have to find something that you can do. Find something creative that can earn you money. Find something that people would like to buy from you or patronize you for, or services they would like you to deliver for them. Invest in it, get good at it. Leverage digital skills. You can go into online coaching, teaching online. You can start affiliate marketing. You can ask people in your space. These things are not so hard. It's not as hard as we think sometimes. Like, you have a friend who is selling human hair. You can ask her, How much is this human hair? If I bring clients to you, how much will I, how much will you give me? So each hair, this one is 250,000, this one is 120,000. So if I bring someone to buy this one, that 20,000, will you give it to me? Yes, you still have gain. Me, I have my own gain, but you did not suffer to bring clients. So, you know, let's do this thing now. Now you can see some people who are into, let's say, hair business, right? Now they buy the hair for maybe 12,000, and they buy it in bulk, right? And that 12,000 plus the shipping and everything, total of everything, maybe like 30K for one hair. Meanwhile, they are selling it for 250,000, right? Or 120K. Let me bring it down to 120. Now that 120, from 30 to 120 is a lot of profit, a lot of profit, right? So even if they sell it for 50, they made gain. 120, they made gain. 100, they made gain. Now they don't even mind giving out that 20 on top. Just help them find the clients. There are people who are like that. That's how life works, basically. See, sometimes when I see people in any place, any position, in church, in school, anywhere, all they are doing is just come and beg for money and feel entitled that people should give them just because they don't have. So because you are poor, rich people owe you. That's entitlement and very selfish way to depend on people. Now, how about flipping the switch and thinking everybody got problems? Even the person who is selling and making a lot of money needs more people to buy their product. They don't mind giving out commission. So why not ask for commission instead of asking for just financial help? So reach out to them and say, oh, sir, you are selling this. I have audience. A lot of people in my audience may want this. I have access to over 10,000 people. Can I become a brand ambassador? Can I post this? If I post it and anybody comes through my referral link, what amount of money can you give me from this? It makes way more sense. That's one of the ways you can open your mind. Think in opportunity and problems. Let your mind expand to the opportunities that are around you. See the problems and then let something in you desire to create amenable solutions to those problems, and then find creative ways to pitch those solutions in a way that you would definitely earn money from them. Oh, am I teaching good? Are you enjoying this? Are we having fun? Are we having fun learning? I'm trying to go with smooth tempo. Sometimes my energy will carry me. Okay? Monetize what you love, or lovetize what brings you money. Oh, monetize your passion or passionify what brings you money. I hope you got that. Or do both. Because sometimes people feel like, oh, I should make money from my passion. I should find my passion and monetize it, right? Sometimes it's not the way it works. Sometimes you just have to start something. Sometimes you just have to identify what is working. You have to look around you and find out the need. And then when you begin to see what is really in demand, and you start offering that thing, in the process of offering it and more people coming to get it, and you're actually getting reward and profit, you fall in love with that thing. So you find what is working and add passion to it, especially when passion is not bringing you money. Okay, it's when you have money sometimes that you actually know what is your passion. It's when you see money that you actually know the true passion. Okay, so even if you have to start small and then grow and scale over time, please do. Please do. Right? Number six, consider investing and building assets. Consider investing. Investing is one of the ways to inflation proof your finance. There are many things to invest in. Invest in digital currencies, cryptocurrencies, invest in real estate, invest in mutual funds, invest in stocks. These things are learnable. These things are learnable. You can learn them. There are people who teach investing and they teach it so well, so good. Learn. It's sad that we don't learn some of these things in school. After learning the y dx, the y dx, the u dv dot dv du times the u dx over the y dx equal to the u dv times the u dv, nonsense that I have never used in my life. If you're angry that I called it nonsense, no sorry, no apology. Because why did I not learn financial intelligence in school? Why did I go to school, stay for 5 years plus strike plus this plus that, and nobody came to class to teach me financial intelligence? That's scary. Okay, so invest in all these things, but do not forget there is a sure banker investment that will always pay off and has the least risk involved, and that investment is personal development. Investing in yourself. Invest in yourself. Buy courses. You see here, I'm going to talk about two things here, and that's human resource investing, like investing in yourself and investing in people. Human capacity development. I invest in myself a lot. I also invest in people because I see people the way we see investments. Like, I believe every human being has an unlimited capacity for growth, an unlimited capacity for explosion. Every human being has unlimited potential, untapped. So sometimes all you may need to tell that human being is, look, you can do it. And then they go ahead and do it. And they are so happy that they listen to you. So invest in yourself and invest in people. It's good to invest in real estate and this and that and that and that. But please invest in people. You can invest in people who end up investing in the real estate and then they will come and give you the real estate that they got. It's possible. Somebody will just wake up and, oh, thank you so much for being my mentor and my coach. I bought these 5 plots of land in Guzape, and right now I'm one of the billionaires, the richest billionaires in Africa. So I don't think I need these apartments and these lands. I just want to send them across, as a gift to you, and you are shocked. Like, these things actually do happen. I'm not saying you should be waiting for somebody to come and give you land, though. You may never get anything in return. You may not get that in return. However, there's still an aspect of personal fulfillment and satisfaction, right? And there are other things. So it mustn't always be returning back to you, but you're making impact, you're making inputs that you don't know where to speak for you in future. Like, sometimes you see people who go on stage, right? And then they mention, oh, this person was my mentor at this phase of my life, or this person helped me at this phase of my life. And then you go and search that name and you realize that this name that they mentioned, this person is not even popular. This person is not even famous, right? But then this person was very instrumental for this one. And now that this one has risen, he's calling his name. Now, before you know what's happening, that person blows up. It happens. So you see preachers who will be like, oh, in my early days, they will mention one name. Thank God for this man. And then because they are now popular, that video that they are making that is trending, 10,000 views, 1 million views, people will now go and be searching, who is this person? Who is this person? And all of a sudden you wake up in your house and realize that, what happened overnight? I had 1 million new followers. Who is checking on me? Who is watching me? Someone has mentioned you in a video with 50 million views and counting. So don't look down on people. See, it is foolishness to look at people and think they are below you. It is very, very foolish to think, oh, this person cannot help me, therefore I shouldn't connect with them. There are people who preach such things online. I pity them. Oh, if you look at your contact list and you cannot see somebody you can borrow 1 million from, delete them, block them. If you cannot call 4 of your friends and tell them you need 1 million and they will send you, block them. You are dealing with riffraffs. This one, there are people you shouldn't have in your life. Nonsense. Why don't you have the 1 million? Why didn't you call your father? Why are you not calling your father to send the 1 million? Why are you not blocking your father? You know, I just see such people's ideologies and posts and sentiments, and I'm like, is this really a human being thinking like this? It's not cool at all. See people like projects on the path to execution, projects that are being launched with infinite possibility for explosion. Okay, invest in people, help people, share knowledge with people, share ideas with people, let your content inspire people. Okay, now back to yourself. Recklessly invest in yourself. Your investment is safe. Nobody's going to snatch it. Recklessly invest in yourself. Now, so that could be your best asset. Okay, be consistent. Oh God. Number seven, avoid running into debt. Don't owe people. Don't owe people, please. Even if anything happens and you must owe, have a good owing habit. No, I don't know how to speak this grammar, but please don't be a bad debtor. Don't be the person that will owe people and you will not call them again. See, situations happen. There are times you may need to actually borrow money. There are times, yeah. But this is what I do. I can't remember when last I actually borrowed money. When I ran into a need because I lent a lot of money to some people and they refused to pay me back. That was my lesson point in this Abuja. So it was at that point that I actually had need of about 50,000 naira to sort out something urgently. So I had to call my brother and I paid him back. In fact, even though he was my brother, I was calling him occasionally until I sold something and I got paid for what I sold. That was how I made back the money. And I actually got the money to acquire those things. So when immediately I got paid, I went back to my brother and I sent him the money. Now, while I was waiting for the payments, everything and all that, I kept on calling him to say, oh, bro, I've not forgotten. Oh, these people have not paid me that. So once they pay, I'll send it. Now that is how to relate to people you are owing money. If not, you are destroying your debt profile. You are destroying your good name. You are destroying your, what's the name again? Ah, hey, wow. You are destroying your credibility, and there's a word I'm looking for. Kai, if I don't find that word, I won't be happy to do. Eh? Somebody help me. What word am I looking for? What are you destroying? What are you destroying? Somebody help me, oh, help me, oh, help me, oh. Ah, so I've gotten what I'm looking for. I've gotten the word I'm looking for. I've gotten the word I'm looking for. So before I continue, please, I want you to just do something. Thank you. Kai, Osas, you are smart. You are smart. That's it. So before I continue, I want you to do something for me. Anywhere you are watching this video from, just hit the like button. Okay, hit the like button to help that platform recommend it to more people. You can also share. You can also share. I forgot to say this earlier, but you can share and inform people that okay, I mean your coach is teaching on something that they would want to learn from, and any other action you would want to take, I would appreciate. If you share, do well to inform me that you shared. I would appreciate that. Okay, so let's go. Hitting the like button will let me know how many people followed this live. I feel good when I see it. Honestly, I feel good when I see that more people joined in, and it's a worthy reward for me. So now back to back to what I was saying. If you owe people and then you escape from the back door when you see them, you avoid their calls, you turn off their calls and all that, you are destroying your reputation. In fact, don't be unfortunate that they catch you on the road one day and beat you up. Like give you serious touching of your life. So by all means avoid being a debtor, avoid owing people. If you must owe like a sensible person. When occasionally call that person, hello, I know that, I know you probably need this money. I'm making every effort to ensure that I do not delay. Please give me 1 more day, please give me 2 more days, I'll try to sort this out. If I'm not able to, I'll still let you know. Now, when you communicate like that, you now see the person telling you things like, no, don't worry, don't worry, it's fine. I know the way things are, don't worry. I don't need it for now until weekend. So take your time, no pressure, right? Some people would, when they see that you are really not trying to dodge them, they would even extend the time for you and they will go and look for ways to raise money for themselves so that they don't trouble you. That is wisdom. This is part of financial intelligence. It's not just about making, managing, and multiplying money. It's knowing how to relate with people in terms of finances, knowing how to relate with people when it comes to money issues. Okay, so I'm pulling up Ayodele, not Ayodele Faith, Ayodele, an early years teacher, raising academic champions by helping learners gain mastery and confidence in their literacy and numeracy skills. Fantastic, fantastic. Welcome, welcome, Faith. Any other person who is watching this, feel free to introduce yourself in the comment section. I'll put it up if I see it. Okay, we're talking about financial intelligence and how this can, add to your life, how it can make all the difference for you, right? So now, um don't be the person who judges people that they are owing. And please, when you owe people, pay them back. If you're watching this and you're owing somebody, this is a sign that you should go and pay the person back, or at least give them a call this night. Okay, tomorrow morning it's late, and let them know that it's not by intention, that you are sorry for not meeting up with your promise and you're going to try to meet up as soon as possible. Sometimes when I owe people, I don't pay them the exact money they sent to me. I don't. So I ask somebody for 10,000 and they give me 10,000. When I pay back, I pay 11. I'm doing that for a reason. See, people even giving you money is not easy in this inflation damned atmosphere that we found ourselves. It's not easy. Somebody gives you 5,000 naira that they would have used to buy for right now. Tomorrow, NMPC introduces new fuel price. That 5,000 naira would have been a lot better yesterday, but because they gave it to you, they couldn't use it. Respect them for that. Add something extra, and even the way you say thank you should make them feel that they actually did something. It's not somebody will give you money and when it's time to return the money, you return it and then type TNX, thanks, thanks. Somebody gave you money, you are receiving money, you are saying thanks. I would thanks back my money. Thank you. Okay? Hmm. Don't borrow to fund a lifestyle that you cannot afford. Don't buy luxury items on credit. Don't take loan from loan apps. Don't take loan from loan apps so that they don't start posting your obituary up and down. That's what they do. They find ways to ruin your reputation whenever they think that you've run away with their money. Call everybody and tell them, oh, this person is a dog, this person is sleeping around everywhere in Abuja. We have seen her here, we have seen her there. Police is looking for him or her. All those stories, not so good for your brand, not the way you want to start out life. Okay? So, hmm, Okay, I'm going to say this one as number 8, right? Apart from investing to curb inflation, apart from investments and all that, one of the things that you can also do is to mark up the price of your product or your service. See, as the price of everything is increasing, it is a sin for you not to have something right now that you can increase the price. Your cardamom in your street will increase its price when price of fuel increases. The woman selling fufu by the roadside will increase her price because price of fuel has increased. So the person supplying the fufu would eventually add money to the price of the whole package, right? And then the one selling the fufu will increase the money, right? To cushion the whole thing. So eventually, if the only thing you are earning is salary or even nothing at all, you'll be on the receiving end, you'll be the sufferer. Consumers are on the receiving end of the terrible, the I'm looking for a word, the cost of this economy, the cost, the ills of this economy, the pain of this economy. The ones who are on the receiving end are consumers. If you do not have anything now that you can increase the price this night, even if it is by adding 1,000 naira, if you don't have anything you can increase the price by yourself, you are in control of the price, you are making a big fatal mistake. Don't do it. You need to be able to say, okay, my coaching program, I can increase the price to cushion the effect of the economy on me, right? I can increase the price of what I'm selling, the food I'm selling, the products I'm selling, and all that. I can increase the price to suit the situation I'm facing. So please ensure that you have something that you can increase the price of, and don't be afraid to do that. Nobody's going to pay your bills for you. So even if see people are guilt tripping you for increasing your prices, they did not burn you and them together. They did not send both of you tied in the same umbilical cord, or they didn't tie your legs together when you were being born, right? Don't be afraid to increase your prices. Those who do not want that, they should find somewhere else. You can even recommend somewhere else for them. I do this a lot. So like when people come to me and they're like, oh, I want to join your inner circle, how much is it? And I say, oh, this is the price, it's 50K, it's 40K, it's discounted, so you can get it for 35. And they're like, it's expensive. Immediately I'm hearing it's expensive, I would recommend it to somebody else. And I won't agree to, I won't listen to you. I won't agree to take you in. Even if you are now eventually willing to pay, I won't agree. I'll send you to somebody else. Oh, I think there's someone else who can do it cheaper. Consider these people. Just look out for this. Okay, I did this one lady one time and she got angry with me. I went to my gallery and I had a screenshot of a program that was priced less than mine. And I sent her the screenshot and told her to go and pay and attend. That one would still solve her problems. So I'm not apologetic about it, right? Raise your prices, and don't just raise your prices because it will be silly to just raise prices and that's all. As you are raising the prices, find a way to raise the value of your offer. Notice I did not say product, value of your offer. Do not sell a product, sell an offer, sell a package, sell an experience. Hmm. Increase the value and you'll find more people navigating towards you. Okay. Hmm. Now, number nine, find ways to earn in foreign currencies. This could be through freelancing platforms, online business, remote jobs, e-commerce, digital marketing, you know, other digital currencies that you can use as a means of exchange across borders, like cryptocurrencies and the rest of them. Find creative ways to earn in foreign currency and transact in foreign currency. store your funds and receive payments and all that. Find ways to do that. And beyond borders. That's one of the things that will rescue all of us in the situation we are in now. With the way we are going, the speed at which we are declining and falling, one of your best bets would be to start earning in foreign currencies. Keep figuring it out. Even if you've not figured it out yet, keep figuring it out. You'll figure it out. Let your mind be there. Let your mind be in the game. Start thinking of how to start earning in foreign currencies. Now, number 10. I'm going to now summarize these ones because we've spent time. Okay, I'm going to summarize this one. Live within your means, but far more importantly, expand your means. So the usual advice is no, don't spend beyond your means. Don't buy what you cannot afford. Avoid luxury that you cannot afford. But I really do not believe that completely. Instead of trying to just keep squeezing be within your means, think of expanding your earning capacity. Okay, and the more you expand your earning capacity, the more you expand your reward, the more your own needs also expand. Okay, but in a sense of living within your means, I mean, don't buy things to impress people. Don't live your life to impress other people. Don't relocate to a more expensive place because you feel like, oh, you know people associate this place to you know people who don't have money, so let me just relocate. Meanwhile, you don't have plans for the relocation. You don't know what you're going there to go and do, right? Everybody is doing it, let me do it. No, live within your means. Respect yourself. Don't buy. You go to ShopRite, your account balance home and away 50,000. You go to ShopRite because you are with people and they are buying things inside ShopRite. You see sunglasses or sunshades of uh, uh, 48,500. Your friends buy, you want to go and buy too, so that what's remaining in your account to be 1.5. Doesn't make sense. Please respect yourself per time. There are there are expenses I don't make. There are some things that before I even do them, my account balance will flash in my head. I'll respect myself. You are you know your account balance. You only you know what's inside there. You know that if you go and open it and shout, it will echo. Meanwhile, because your friend says I take boat to work every day, you want to also go and be taking boat to work every day, when you know it's only 4 days you can do and the money will finish, or 5 days. It will not work. So live within your means, but more importantly, expand your means. You can't save your way to wealth in a struggling economy. The situation of things will cripple your finances. You can't just do it by saving alone. Okay, you earn and grow your way into financial freedom. Now, number 11, bulk buying will help you. Buy in bulk, buy in bulk, buy things in bulk. It saves you from future price increase. There are things you should be buying in bulk: food stuff, toiletries, fuel. So instead of going to buy, you buy 1 liter fuel, you take 300 naira bike to go and buy the 1 liter of fuel, and then you come back with another 300 naira. You would have just added everything together and prepared yourself well. Now, when that 1 liter finishes within 1 day, you will take another 300 naira back and 300 naira coming again. Now, you've spent that additional trip you did for 600 naira, you would have used it to buy additional maybe half liter of fuel. And in due time, if you continue adding and adding and adding up, you realize that that amount you spent on transport to and fro, you'd have just added it and bought enough fuel. You are not drinking the fuel. You don't have people who are drinking it. So why are you trying to cut it and cut it and cut it? Learn to buy things in bulk. I'm going to share practical examples, right? Before that, I'll list some items that you can buy in bulk, especially non-perishables, right? Non-perishables, soap, toothpaste, whatever. So you don't go and buy soap to take your bath, 500 naira, you come back again, go out again, buy 500 naira, come back, go buy 600, come back. No, there are a lot of changes that you need to start making. Water is also another one. Okay, so instead of just going to buy half bag of water, let me go and buy half bag. Let me go and buy 10 sachets or 2 sachets of water and just keep. No, go and buy, even if it's just 2 bags, you know, those who are carrying this thing to distribute, when they come, you can buy up to 5 or 10 bags as long as it's not leaking, and just pack it somewhere so that you know that okay, that one, the burden has left you. And even if there are price increases, it will not really affect you as much. Buy in larger quantities. Buying in larger quantities reduces per unit cost. So it means that okay, this soap that is 500 naira per one, if you're buying it in bulk, you may end up spending, let's say, 6 of them for 2.5, right? But it was meant to be five only for 2.5, 500 naira. But then there's an extra one, right? So it means if you start dividing it, you find out that for each of the soaps, you're actually saving more by buying in bulk. But I noticed poor people don't like to buy in bulk. Yeah, poor people don't like to buy in bulk. They would rather keep buying it small, 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 you know. And at the end of the day, they end up spending more. You can also do cooperative buying, okay? Collaborate with people. Okay, since we know that when we buy in large quantity, there will be a discount for this. When we buy a lot of soaps, there will be a discount. So you can collaborate, gather people. Okay, let's go and buy crayfish. Let's go and buy this. Let's go and buy that. And when you buy it and it's big like that, you can now start sharing, right? It makes it a lot easier. So instead of each person buying quarter bags of rice, you put your heads together, buy one full bag of rice and split it into a particular amount, right? So that way everybody's benefiting. This can help you stay ahead of inflation. When I started hearing first about increment of tariff, electricity tariff, see, me, I have trust issues for this country. So I already understand certain things. I already understand certain things. Immediately there's I started hearing small rumor that they may increase. I ran, ram. I went and bought units in bulk. I bought over I bought about 30,000 naira worth of units, electricity units. The last time I bought it, it lasted me for about a year. Yes, because the appliances I use, they are not much. I'm a single young man living in a one-room apartment. So what what will I be spending so much units on? Most times I'm not even at home. So of course, this detail I'm releasing. By the next time I'm teaching on financial intelligence, I will not be a single young man anymore. Uh, so that by that time I'll be buying more units. Amen. Can somebody say amen for coach? Oh, yeah. So now I knew what was going to happen. I knew that things are going to get worse, and I decided that I was going to go and buy as much as I could, right? So I do that a lot. Which other thing did I even buy in bulk again? I bought something else in bulk. I can't remember what it is. So thank you very much, maybe. So like I was saying, determine what it is that you need, things that are, the prices are fluctuating, easily fluctuating, that you need to purchase in bulk to save you from future expenses. Buy it, close your eyes and buy it. It's better than your money even being just there, just being in your account doing nothing, and next thing GT is doing like this or Zenith is doing like that and giving you hypertension. Okay, so I believe you already understand where I'm going. Now, the last but not the least, number 12. How many of you want to hear this? This, for me, is going to change your life. It's going to give you a new perspective. How many of you want to hear this one? How many of you? If there are not many people who are interested in hearing this one, we can call it a night. We have tried, we have spent time, and I've taught a lot of things, and I hope you are getting value, right? But if you don't want to hear this one, I'll go and sleep. So, Mary Eneka, we have a wedding to plan. Who is it? Me? Is it me that's planning wedding? Ah, I did not know. I don't know that I was planning wedding. Oh. Okay. Eh, amen. 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 I have a wedding to plan, guys. I have a wedding to plan. I'm already planning it in my head. Let me get a note and draw the map how the whole thing would work. So yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So let me see how many people who want to hear. How many people want to hear? One, two, three. One, two, three. I who else? Who else? How many people? How many people want to hear this last one? This very, very important one. Okay. I feel like locking this video because I would have loved only the inner circle to hear this one. Now let me say this quickly. Saving products and assets to stay devaluation proof. Save your money in products and assets to stay devaluation proof. Now I've talked about assets already, like investing in assets that have the potential to appreciate, right? So that you don't lose your money in the name of saving. Put your money in the bank, and after 2 years, you're now looking for the money. I mean, you bring it out from the bank, and then you can't buy anything with it again. Now, save your money in products. See, look for leverage products to sell. Look for things. If you're a content creator, there are content creator friends that you may have that will need what you need. So those tools that you are buying one, think of where to get them cheap, and then think of how to distribute them. Now, even if you don't know how to sell yet, or you don't know who to sell to, you don't have access to them, but as long as you know that one day you'll meet them, please buy some of those products and keep. Even if you're not selling them, keep. You know how much you bought them. The golden rule here is never undersell. Never sell them at any price lower than what you bought them. Now, look at the logic here. Um, let's say I sell, um, let's say I sell bangles, right? I'm into fashion and I sell bangles or anklets, right? And these anklets are so fine that anybody who sees it wants to buy it. Or necklace, yes, necklace, good. So now it means that I can actually buy a lot of these necklaces, buy maybe like 30, right? Or 15, and just keep in my house anywhere. Now that 15 that I'm buying, in the next 3 months, 4 months, I may go somewhere and I meet a group of people and they're like, "Oh, where did you get this? I love it. I love this." Somebody else is like, "Ah, I love it too. I would like to have something like this." It's a golden opportunity that presents itself for you to say, "Ah, I sell this. So I sell this. You know, will you like it? I can bring it for you tomorrow during the program." They're like, "Yes, yes, please bring. I know my sister. I want to get for my sister. I want to get for my uncle. I want to get for my auntie." Like, I've experienced this thing I'm telling you. And it will not be nice if you don't. It can pain. Hey, if you are not ready, it can pain. Then they will now tell you, "Oh no, don't worry, we'll check somewhere else. We need it tomorrow." For you, you know that for you to get it, it will take 14 working days, right? But if you had it already, you can just tell them, "No, don't worry, I will even deliver for you," right? Now, now, invest in assets that you can upsell, that have good leverage value, leverage products that you can resell. It can even be hair product, it can be anything you buy in bulk and keep. See, even as little as polish, if you bought polish, if you like bought maybe a pack of polish, black polish, maybe 7 months, 8 months ago, you just bought a pack and they're like 6 or 7 or 8 or 10, right? You bought it when they were like 500 naira, right? Those smaller ones. Now it's 1,100 or 1,200. Can you see the change that happened? That means if you bought 10 of them, you can actually make times two profit. You are not losing anything. But if that money was in the bank, it will be going backwards. So I have some products that I sell, right? And those products are still with me. I am not even in a hurry to sell them because whether I sell them or I don't sell them, I'll still make profit. Because while I wait, the products are appreciating. And when people meet me, see, this one is no longer old stock and new stock. Even if you know that it is old stock, go and buy the old stock at a cheaper price somewhere else if you can find it. Go and look, go and search and you shall find. If you don't find, you come back to me. If you don't find, you come back to me. So buy some of those leverage products and then keep them. You're going to have to sell them someday, and you definitely sell them at your own choice price. See, let me tell you what is happening now. People bought cars as far back as 2010, 2004, 2006. And right now, the car that they bought for 200,000 in 2006, they are selling for 2 million in 2024. The car that they bought for 2 million in 2022, they are selling for 5 million in 2024. It doesn't make sense, but what can we do? You're not going to catch them and beat them. You're not going to do anything. They will even show you the car papers and the receipt. And they will tell you, the value of this car now, the value of this car now is at 8 million. So I'm doing you a favor by selling it at 5 million. Second hand value 8 million. Second hand value 6 million. Car that they bought for 1.2. So that's to tell you the power of actually acquiring assets, acquiring products that you can resell. Stock up products that last long, whether toiletries or grains, for those who are into food products. You bake cake, stock up flour, stock up oil, stock up different things because you know that this one is something you will always be in need of. And for any reason, you can also decide to sell. Okay? Please and please, by all means, have products that you sell. Have products that you sell. Have products that you sell. If you are sure that, okay, if that product is something you created by yourself, maybe your book or your course, invest in them. Get the hard copies and keep in your house. 100 copies, 200 copies, just get them and keep. So instead of just saving your money like just like that, pay the publisher on time, let them publish those books, keep them in your house. When you now go for a speaking engagement and you talk, or maybe all these tools that we can use for streaming, microphone and all that. Now, when you go to speak somewhere and after speaking, or even during the speaking, in the midst of it, you can be like, okay, so I came here with 5 copies of my books. I came here with 10 copies of my book. People do that a lot. They have like 1,000 copies in the booth. They will carry 10 copies and come to the door. And they will come and I came here with 10 copies of my books, and you are 1,000 here. 10 copies are at the stand. Before you know what's happening, people are rushing. 10 copies done. I'm like, okay, I heard the books are finished. I promise very soon. Don't worry, very soon I'll bring new copies and they'll come. Next thing, they'll just go to their booth, carry some of the books, bring them back. It is wisdom knowing that you have products that you can readily resell, can readily sell. Whew, we've gone this far. We've gone this far. I want to remind you that the power to actually create wealth is in your hands. Is in your hands. But first, you have to see it. You have to see the possibility. Your mind has to open to that possibility that you can actually be wealthy and you can create wealth. You can manage your money. You can multiply your money. You can protect your funds. Your mind has to open to it. Your mind has to open to it. And with this, I'll draw this curtain. We'll draw the curtains for tonight's session. I want to really hope that it blessed you. I want to really hope that you got value tonight. I look forward to your questions. No, I don't look forward to questions. I look forward to questions in the inner circle. So if you have questions for tonight's class, tonight's session, whether you're watching this right now or you're watching as a replay, bring it on in the inner circle. We'll dissect it. Ask me anything that you want to ask in the group, and then the inner circle discussion room, and then would break things down further from there. Okay, so do have an amazing night rest. I hope you really got value. I look forward to hearing how this session was for you. I really do look forward to hearing how it was for you. Do have an amazing night rest. Bye.